Hello everybody, it's Marialda here once again, and it's time for Sneaky. Yes, if you've watched Rindo and Miu, then you've seen this in the background. And now you get to see who it is. Or you may have just gone straight to this video, and you may already know who it is because the title will be there. But anyways, we have a Sneaky. It is a 1/4 scale bunny in a 140 size box. Took a little bit of damage, but it should be good because AmiaAmi knows how to pack packages, even if people do complain about it. So yeah. So this one, originally my idea was to have this last week while I was on vacation. That's what I ordered it for. But AmiaAmi has been slow shipping out EMS packages because I guess Japan Post is saying, hey, you're shipping out too much stuff through us. So they're being slow. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get this open so that you can see who it is, and I can see who it is, and yay. I do remember I'm on a 1/4 kick for whatever reason, and I started looking at them, and then I thought to myself, you know, I wouldn't mind having that one. So I looked again, and I found her, and she's on sale at AmiaAmi. She is like 300 to 400 everywhere else, but she was only 150-ish at AmiaAmi. And I got her AB, so it was even cheaper. So yay. We've got the AmiaAmi thank you card. So we've got Amiko in a yukata. She is crouching down to look at the little kitty that's entertained by some butterflies. She has her hair up and a nice umbrella and everything. And then on the back, she's got a fan because it is hot. Let's go ahead and put that off to the side. And we've got some paper. We've got lots of paper. Who is it? Do. Let's see if we can see. And there we go. We can see the 1/4 scale bunny of Boise. So let's go ahead and put this box off to the side. And yeah, she should be perfectly fine. There is plenty of packaging on the side from that dent. There we go. So this time Sneaky is Boise from Azur Lane. She is wearing her Sheepish Sapphire outfit, her skin. So there's the box. 1/4 scales don't usually fit into frame very well. But anyways, Boise 1/4 scale B-Self bunny by Freeing and distributed by Union Creative. So it's a little bit different than normal. I got her pre-owned at AmiaAmi AB quality. She released on June 15th of 2024, so a little over a year ago. I ordered her on July 6th, 2025, paid on the 7th. She didn't ship out until the 14th, which ruined my plans of opening her on vacation. And I got her today on the 18th, so yay. Like I said, I paid 21,980 yen for her, which was $158.83. Shipping was 10,060 yen, or $72.70. Like I said, most places before shipping, she was between $300 and $400. So when I saw her for about $150, $160, yeah, I was like, okay, I am even more interested. I looked at pictures and videos and got even more interested. And I said, I'm getting her. And this is the result. So anyways, there is Boise from the front. It does look a little... Oh, there's patterns on there. Okay, that's why her skin looks a little screwed up. There she is from the side. Nice full body shot in a couple different angles. There she is from the back. Again, a full body shot and then a zoomed in angle and some warnings and information. See, Freeing and Union Creative. There she is from the other side. Again, full body shot and then some promo shots of her hair and her face. To the front. There's the top, Boise Sheepish Sapphire. That is a tongue twister. Say that 10 times fast. And then plain boring bottom. So let's go ahead and pop her open. Seal is intact. So yeah, like I said, I was going to buy her brand new because she was on sale, but then I saw her AB and she was a little bit cheaper. And I know with AmiaAmi, AB is basically brand new, so I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Go ahead and pull her out now. And then if we go all the way into the bottom, there is the standard freeing insert saying, hey, take the placeholder bunny ears out and put the real bunny ears in. And then inside the box is just plain cardboard because why have anything inside a windowless box? So, anyways, there is Boise in her blister pack. And really, all that you can make out of her are her feet, her belly, boobs, and that's it. Important bits. Anyways, there she is from the front. There she is from the side. And from the back, she is very well protected. And the other side, and back to the front. So one of the things that kind of drew me to this figure, it's a rare B-style figure that she does not have fishnet stockings on. They are just painted pantyhose, and she's got some little, so I saw someone call them cockroach wings on her hips, but they kind of look nice. And then just the detail on her outfit and everything looks really good, in my opinion. So we'll go ahead and lay her down, and we'll cut some tape, and we'll spin her, get back on the turntable, cut some more tape, and pop a blister open. There we go. So we've got a base. The base is a transparent, plain, boring black disc. It's got a nice thick metal peg and then a couple of plastic pegs. There's the copyright Manju and Yongshi, Yostar, made in China. So we'll set that down. Next we'll pop open her bunny ears, and they have them individually wrapped. So they're not your typical B-style bunny ears. They're the Laffy class bunny ears, or Benson class or whatever. They're kind of like robotic. So you got the nice turquoise color, and you got the rings and everything, and you've kind of got horns coming off of them for some reason. If we look at the bottom, they're different sizes. They're not really keyed like most bunny ears are, but I think it should be easy enough with the horns to put them in properly. Set those off to the side. And she's got a nice, reasonably sized base, unlike Grindo that I just opened earlier today. So hopefully she won't be too much of a space hog. She's got double protection there. And then some over her face. So let's go ahead and get her out of the blister. We'll kind of unwrap her a little bit as we do. And then go ahead and set her down, get the blister out of the way. And then let's get to deplasticking Boise. So she's got plastic around her legs and had some foam as well. Plastic around her hair and between her hand and her hair. She also has some foam up there between her hair bits. It's a little bit more of a pain to get out. She has a big plastic bag over the back hair. She is very well plasticed. Some around her arm and more on her hair. More on her hair. We've got some bubble wrap in that loop of hair right there, and more hair. She has a lot of hair that needs to be protected. Okay, I do believe Boise is now deplasticked. let's set her down. Clean up the mess. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and we'll pop her placeholder ears out. So like I said, it should be easy enough to get her normal ears in with the horn shape and everything. So let's go ahead and do that. So that goes in nice and easy, and then this one should go in nice and easy as well. I am so glad that they started using those placeholder ears because it makes putting them in that much easier. And she is balanced enough that she can stand on her own without the base. Again, I will never ever recommend you do that because even if she was on sale, she is expensive. So one thing I wanted to see is, can we pry her hair out a little bit? Yes, she does have a mouth. So if you don't know Boise, in the game she is very shy and she always has like a scuba mask on or some other mask on. So you almost never see her face. But she's got some nice eyes on her. Let's see if we can do a normal zoom so it focuses better. So yeah, golden eyes. And then again, she does have a mouth hiding back there. Her ears have some nice detail on them. Well sculpted. Her hair, top of the head is a little... lots of pieces joining together, and since she doesn't have a headband on, they can't really hide the seams as well. She's got like layered hair, so if we look at the back, we've got the shorter hair and then some tips and then the layers down to the main hair. And like I said, she has a lot of hair and there was a lot of protective plastic on it. She also has a nice bushy kind of loose braid, and it's long as well. You can even see like the strand coming off and everything. So yeah, looks pretty dang good. She's got the Hatsune Miku teal tie going down her cleavage. She does have some bodysuit like pantyhose going over her cleavage, but it doesn't cover her whole breast. And I think that contrast between the brown and the skin looks very, very good. That's one of the main reasons I decided to buy her. Her bunny suit is kind of a bronze color, very dark bronze. And again, we see the little cutout with more of that bodysuit. We see her belly button, and we see some turquoise diamonds in the boning of the outfit. Vacuum sealed belly button, of course. You got the folds in her sides. And again, you've got the coat tails. They are transparent plastic. And like I said, someone described them as looking like cockroach wings, but get that image out of your head. And then she has long legs. Again, she is not wearing fishnet stockings, so they are just painted on pantyhose. And they look pretty good. You got the elastic bands serving as the attachment points between her torso and her legs. Her arms, she does have like detached sleeves, and then they've got little silver accents, and then up at the top you've got a cuff. Down on the bottom you've got another cuff, and I saw that it looks kind of like a scratch, but I think it's supposed to be like a fold because I noticed her other arm has that. Does not have a cufflink or anything. All of her fingers are sculpted individually and painted fingernails. You can see some knuckles. You can see some palm lines and everything. Her other hand. Middle ring and pinky fingers are kind of one piece. Thumb and index are individual. Again, you got the painted fingernails. Good knuckles on her hand. And like I said, there is that same scratch, seam line, whatever. So I think that is a design feature. I don't think that's a mistake. Again, we've got the contrasting between the body stocking and the breast. We've got some nice side boobs. And you can, if you want, you can kind of pull the tie out of the way to see some cleavage. Of course, it's covered with the body stocking. You do have a little gap right there between the bunny suit and the body stocking. If we look on the back, it's hard to see, but she does have a bunny tail, and it is a small, tiny bunny tail for freeing bunnies. Her bunny suit is definitely giving her a wedgie. It is mostly between her cracks, between the cheeks. There's her backs of her legs. Nice detail on the back of the knees. She does have some fancy like anklet bracelet things. They are not attached to the shoes at all. If we look at the shoes, they do have that little turquoise accent on the sides and on the soles. Kind of just looks like it's glowing. And the shoes, again, they kind of look like they're bronze. Got a little strap on the side of the foot as well. If we look on the bottom, we do see the peg holes and the heels. And it's not like a stiletto type heel, so you got a nice chunky heel. And yeah, I think she looks pretty dang good. And she is, I mean, it's a standard bunny suit, but she is unique. So I think that's good. I have her in the game, of course, but I don't have the skin. I probably won't buy the skin, but I bought the figure. Let's go ahead and get her on the base. Should be relatively simple. There we go. Let's give it a little push. And there is Boise assembled. Let's get her back on the turntable and see if we can get her in frame. I don't want to do a zoom out, but I'm pushing as far as I can. So we shall zoom out a little bit. That was zooming in. That's good enough. Let's do a spin of Boise. Move the camera. That should be pretty centered. So we'll do a like regular zoom so it focuses a little bit better. But we got to do this one first. Like I said, she's got a reasonable size base for a quarter scale bunny. Her hair is very wide, so she'll take up a little bit of space, but it shouldn't be too terrible. So now we'll just do a regular 1x zoom so we get a little bit better focus, and then we shall do closer zooms. Another thing I noticed is like the under boob there. It looks very attractive to me, I should say. I'm running out of words to describe things, but just the way the fold of the breast meets the chest, it actually looks like it's separated from the body. If we bring her closer and zoom in, maybe you can see what I'm talking about. Just that fold right there. But anyways, let's adjust the stand a bit if we can. And we shall spin her face. I do kind of wish we could see her mouth, but this is very in character for Boise. So we make do. She does have like I said, she is shy, so she's got that shy expression. And she's covering her face with her hair. But she does have a mouth. Looks really good to me. I love the color of her hair. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and tilt down to the chest region. And we'll spin that. And again, this little, just the contrast between the body stocking and the flesh, I think looks very, very good. And I'm sweating a little bit, so a little bit of sweat got on her. Yep. And I like the little cuffs on her sleeves as well. So we'll go ahead and spread the legs of the stand a bit, and we'll do the belly / booty region. Yep, I'm happy with her. This was a good purchase. And for a bunny, she is cheap at AmiaAmi, I should say. AmiaAmi is cheap. If you buy her somewhere else, she is not cheap. And trust me, I looked at all the stores, like all the Japanese stores I could find, all the US stores. Yeah. I even looked at like Mandarake and stuff. Zoom out and we'll spin her legs. And I love the little pops of blue on her as well. It just adds so much detail to the otherwise she'd be kind of monotone. But like the little pop of blue on her shoe and on the toes, the little pops of the diamonds and the little where the coattail meets the bunny outfit. Looks very, very, very good. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of handheld shaky cam, and then we'll close this off. Let me put that down. So there is a kind of low angle shot of Boise. And we'll go up and do kind of a high angle shot of her. And the side angle. Another side angle. The booty shot. If we go down, you can see just how much the suit is digging into her crack and how tiny the bunny tail is. Her back is exposed, but yeah, with all that hair, there's very little of it that you can actually see. And when you do, it's all going to be in shadows. So yeah, that is Boise. Let's go ahead and get the camera back up here. Well, the camera stand. And then we shall spin and close this off. So this is Boise in her Sheepish Sapphire outfit. She is the sneaky for this haul. Boise is from Azur Lane. She is a 1/4 scale bunny girl B-style from Freeing, and in partnership distribution-wise with Union Creative. Boise released last year, June 15th of 2024. I got her at AmiaAmi AB pre-owned. I paid 21,980 yen, or $158.83 for a 1/4 scale bunny. And a very well-made, detailed 1/4 scale bunny. And I mean, just look at that hair. And look at that booty. Just look at her. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I am out. This is all that I have for the moment. Of course, there's always more on order. So we'll see you whenever we get more figures. Bye-bye.